Have you ever had questions about taking the guitar exam, or if you should take the guitar exam? Well, in this video, hopefully I can give you the information you need, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Justin. Welcome to this video. I am a full-time guitar instructor and I've been teaching guitar for about 8 to 10 years now. In this video, I'm going to give you some information about just the guitar exams itself, what is it all about and all that. I'll be making a few videos where I'm going to focus on the specific parts of the exam, how to tackle certain grades, and give you some tips on how to do better at your exam. So if you like this video, if you like the material presented in this video, do like it, do subscribe, and do share the video as well. Or if you're interested in lessons, let me know. So I'm going to talk about the examination boards in Singapore, which are University of West London. They used to be known as LCM, or London College of Music, and in the guitar community we also know them as RGT. They're the same school. That's where I got my grade 8 and diploma certification from. There is Rock School and there's Trinity. There are also acoustic and electric guitar exams offered by RGT and Rock School and Trinity. Exams in Singapore at least are held every quarterly, and you can register as a private candidate on the music school that you enroll. Hopefully they'll be able to help you apply as well. So a question I always get is, which examination board should I take? There's 3, and that's really quite a lot. It may be very dependent on the music school or the instructor that you are enrolled with. They might only be familiar with RGT, or maybe the schools only are familiar with Rock School, or they're affiliated at Rock School. And in that aspect, I think you should follow with what the music teacher or the music school is familiar with or affiliated with. And by this time, all the examination boards, their exams have roughly the same format. They usually test you on chords and scales, and then the main performance component is where you would learn 2 to 3 songs, set pieces, and in the set piece you might need to do some degree of improvisation. If you do not know what improvisation is, basically you take a scale and then you make a melody out of it. We usually call that the guitar solo. And then it goes on, they test you on some technical studies like clapping the beats. You move on to theory, they'll test you on some theory, and at the last part they will test you on the ear training skills or oral tests. The main differences in the school in terms of their syllabus, Rock School I find tends to have a lot of components or sections that you're tested on, and that can be quite heavy. But the good thing about Rock School is that the individual components are very nicely detailed out, and if you just follow the book, you'll be able to do what they require you to do. RGT or LCM, on the other hand, is a bit lighter in terms of the material you're tested on. But it's just that sometimes the components are a little bit open-ended. You need to do a bit of research on your own, and so RGT or LCM or University of West London, it might be useful for you to find someone who is familiar with the syllabus, or maybe get a teacher to guide you through the syllabus. In terms of the acoustic guitar exams, RGT is very fingerstyle based, and Rock School tends to focus on the pop songs which you accompany a vocalist, but they do have fingerstyle. Again, if you do not know what is fingerstyle, go watch my video on the 5 things you should know before you learn guitar to find out what it really is about. Now the main question is, should I take the exams? Very much like the classical syllabus, is very much ingrained in society that okay, we need grades or need the paper qualifications to show that we're good on our instrument. And I would agree to a certain extent that is necessary. But I'm just going to say this. If you are someone, it falls into, basically you should take exams if you fall into 2 types of categories. The first category is if you plan to teach guitar as a career, either part-time or full-time, then of course taking guitar exams is good for you because it justifies the fees you charge, and as well as you give someone the confidence that you're able to teach the subject well. The second category of people who should take guitar exams are those who need it as an application for admission into a music college where you would take your bachelor's or your master's. It's just you must make a very good case for yourself to be accepted by the school. maybe even get a scholarship or something. I don't know if you know this, but if you are taking the IB exam, getting a grade actually gives you extra credit as well. And you can also use the number of hours that you clock in taking the exam or learning or preparing for the exam under a teacher, of course, to account for the music portion of your IB exam. So in that aspect, those two categories, I think that's where you should take the exam. However, if you find that you want to take the exam because you want to use it as a milestone to see whether you can get better and improve your skills, or any other reason besides those two categories, I'll be honest with you, that's not a good reason why you should take the exam. And the reason why is because getting a good grade doesn't necessarily mean that your skills would improve or that you're a good player. I'm sure you know someone who has a grade 8 in piano or violin or guitar, but they're just not as technically proficient or as good as playing the music as you think they are because they just have grade 8. And furthermore, unlike the classical guitar exams, some examination boards, they use their own compositions and test you in the exam, or even they use the pop songs or rock songs. It will be simplified versions of the rock songs, so you won't really be learning the exact versions of it, and that doesn't really apply to real life because people want to jam the real songs, you know. Without real life application, I feel that it's very difficult to take the skills that you learn in exams and try and apply into real life. I feel that the best test for you, or the best exam, is to just perform. Go on stage, perform with people, play with musicians. That's the best exam that you can do for yourself, that you can enroll in for yourself. And in fact, if you have the real life application of playing with people, being a rhythm guitarist, being a lead guitarist, accompanying a singer, you'll find that when you actually prepare for the exams, it's much easier. It's a lot more easier to learn the concepts presented in the exams because you already learned some of these concepts and you bring it into the exams rather than the other way around. It would be a real uphill struggle to take the concepts that you're tested on in the exam and just learn it just like that. So that brings me to my last point in this video. What is the best way to go about preparing for the exams? So once you've decided which examination board you're going to take, you need to firstly assess the grade that you should be taking. Don't take a too easy grade for yourself, because if you pass too easily, then you're just wasting your time and effort. And at the same time, don't sign up for something that's too difficult. I've had someone who came in and he wanted to take grade 8. And clearly he wasn't prepared for the exam. The exam was going to be in like 1 week or 2 weeks. There were just too many things that he was tested on, and then he couldn't handle it. So I said, the next round, just maybe go for grade 5 and just go with that first, and don't worry about jumping grades. Just settle for a grade that you're comfortable with. It should be slightly uncomfortable, but not too extreme. For example, if you only know how to play your open string scales, then don't sign up for grade 5 because you'll be tested on the closed string scales. And if you haven't learned your bar chords yet, don't sign up for grade 3 because that's where you will learn bar chords. If you're not too sure, go and see someone who's familiar with the syllabus, or engage a professional teacher who's familiar with the exams to get a better assessment of your grade that you should be taking. And of course, start preparing early. Don't leave it to the last minute. Don't sign up and leave it to the last minute to try and learn all the concepts. Usually with my students, I would start early. I make sure that we can cover at least half of the book first before we even think about signing up for the exams. That way, you're just worried about trying to get a good grade, not worried and stressed about trying to pass. So that's more important, because taking exams should be easy, in my opinion, and you should just be worrying about can I get a distinction, not about should I pass or not, because then again it all boils down to time and money. Alright, so that's it for the video. Hopefully this information has been useful. There's going to be more videos like this that I'm going to put out where I dive into specific sections of the exam and specific grades. So do subscribe, do like the video, and do subscribe to my pages on YouTube and Facebook for more information. And again, if you're interested in guitar lessons, do send me a text. See you in the next video.